Pan, you're just in time because I wanted to start at 8, and it is 8. Let's get started. Hopefully the insulin guzzling is toned down. Actually, yes. Yes, actually. Um, yeah, we can talk a little bit about that. I'll give you the beatus updates, the diabetes updates. We can do that. Turn this down a little bit. I opened OBS and didn't test like anything, and I just like went live. So hopefully everything's okay. You got a little voice crack too. That was so awesome. Great. Hello guys. Good evening. Um Shalom in the home. Later skater. Later skate. All my homies be guzzling insulin. Um I should have went and got some insulin because I know my tag is insulin guzzler, but I don't actually have any like sitting here, and I usually actually have some at this desk, but I don't. So, Newt, Fatty, Pan, it's good to see you all. How you guys been? Um, I mean, as always, there's a lot to talk about, but I do want to hear major life stuff with you guys too. Want to hear what's new with y'all. Um, Before you ask me, in case you do want to ask me, I have not seen the Minecraft movie. I put on Minecraft music for us to listen to because I just wanted to listen to it. But I have not seen the movie yet, and I don't know, maybe I will. But about to graduate, 7 days left. Yo, Pan, that's big. How does it feel? I'm gonna ask you how it feels, and then in a couple months, I'm gonna ask you how it feels again. And it's gonna be two different things because I remember when I was graduating, like I was so ready to be done, and then it didn't hit me until all my friends went back to school. Or sorry, not all my friends, but like my friends that were a year below me went back to school in the fall, like to high school, and I was not doing that, and I was like, "Oh, very interesting." Newt to work at a cemetery now. Newt, you always have like the most interesting job like out of everybody. Well, what's that like? That's got to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Bree, bro. Which one is it, Fatty? My sister's name is Brianna, so Bree. Scary. I don't want to. You'll be all right. You'll be great. Guys, does the music need to come down or is it good? Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if it's good. I just see it like competing with my green bar. So I'm just worried that it's too loud and that you can't hear me. So, Pan, you'll be good. Just try to plan out the things that you can. Like focus on planning out things that you can plan, and then then take it day by day. I wasn't talking about your sister. Well, just coincidence that Bree is my sister. So, make crazy good money at work alone is pretty cool. Very corporate, but it's fine. Okay. What do you mean by very corporate? Like I think I know what you mean by very corporate, but I want to hear it from you what very corporate means to you. So, um by the way, right here, it looks kind of red on the screen, but it's not. That should be like white. I think it's because I have night shift on this PC and I don't have it on this PC. Well, whatever. This is my blood sugar, and this is the time, obviously. But if you want to know what's going on here, this is my blood sugar, so you can see it now. Um, and you can't like right there. It says -3. It's kind of hard to see the small number, but that tells you if I'm going up or down. So, and that updates every 5 minutes. Just so you know. Wait, it's about to update. Ready? I think it's gonna update. It updated on here. It updated on here. Was all right. Well, it'll update. Next number will be 123. Magic. All right, so I work in sales. There's a bunch of talk about quotas and budgets, and they track everything we do. A million useless emails a day. Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay. But you make crazy good money, and you work alone. That's pretty cool. Huh. Okay. Not a bad gig, huh? How did you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you end up there? Like, what made you say, "Hey, I want to work at a cemetery"? Like, what's that? How's that work? It is also one of those things that maybe you like, just one of those wacky jobs that you never saw yourself doing. But then you just, you kind of fall into it. I mean, that's how teaching was for me, dude. I never in a million years would have thought that I would ever be a teacher, but it's great. It's fun. With teaching though, I man, it's been kind of crazy lately. There's a lot of things outside of the realm of just teaching that happen at the school, and a lot of it requires me to be glued to my desk at a computer and like doing things online or something. Like I'm in charge of National Technical Honor Society now, like at our school. So I have to like recruit a bunch of students that did really well with their grades and with their attendance and all that stuff. Um, and so like I don't know, like a lot of stuff just takes away from my teaching time, and it kind of sucks. Sales in a cemetery sounds a little funky, but it's certainly a job that needs to be done. Yeah, somebody's got to do it. It's just one of those. That's a very interesting job. Very interesting job. I wanted to be a mortician in high school, so when the opportunity came up, I figured I'd at least apply. Yeah. Um, one of our friends, like my IRL friends, she's a mortician, and yeah, I don't know like anything about it, but she talks about the dead people that come in and like some of the dead people that they find that have to come in and like all sorts of stuff. It's just very interesting job. Just one of those interesting jobs. Job security for sure. Yeah, that's actually true. Wow, that didn't even think about that. That probably is a pretty secure job. Now that I think about it, I mean, yeah, people be dying. They do. It might be a little morbid, but people, yeah, people be dying. Could be a mortician now. Being a mom made me so soft, but it's nice being there for the families. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I think that, dude, what was you say being a mom made you soft? There was the lady at school that got me the numbers for like our students. Like I have to compare GPAs and stuff like that for the National Honor Society that I was talking about. Um, and there was somebody that was off by like one of the requirements as well as attendance, and one of them was off by 1 day, like to be able to get in. Like you have to have no more than 14 days of absences in your 2 years at our school. Um, and there was like two students that had 15 days. Um, and that met like all the other requirements. And this lady that handed me the papers was like, just look at those. She was like, just look at those two. Maybe you can like talk to, my mom. She said my mom heart really wanted me to wanted those to get in because she knew they were good kids. She was like, can you maybe talk to somebody about that? And I'm like, I'm the person that you talk to about that. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, lots of fun. It's the mom heart though. The mom heart's good. It's good. It's a good thing. Compassion. I think that's what it is. Time strictly unaccounted for. No, so the requirements for attendance, the requirements let me think. The list we did the list a couple weeks ago. I kind of forget the requirements now. It's like if it's a field trip, that's fine. Like if you're absent for a field trip, that's okay. I think if you have a doctor's note, you're fine if you're sick. Like if you're absent, I think if you have a doctor's note, you're fine. I might be wrong on that. And then what else? Yeah, I think those were the only things that it excused for. Besides that, yeah, like they gotta be there. MC music goes hard. What's up, Newt? Newt, are you back from Fine Arts? Or are you checking in on your phone? I'm at Sunday night. I imagine you're back now, but dude, the MC music goes hard. You got that right, baby. Yeah, we're Bing chilling here. I my mom's class, my mom's class. Well, my mom's a teacher as well. She teaches at a different school than me, but she was like, my kids are testing this week. I want some quiet music to put on or something like that. And I was like, you come to the right place. All right. So I gave her like a bunch of Zelda tracks to put on while they're testing, and it's just like Breath of the Wild stuff, just very soft, like piano and whatever, blah blah blah, you know. And she said it was the first no, it was the end of the first day, and in her seventh period, some kid was like, "Is this?" Or what did he say? He was like, "Is this Minecraft music or something like that?" And she was like, "No, my son sent it to me. It's Zelda music." And he was like, "Oh, could you play Minecraft music?" And mom was like, "Well, I wanted something soft and like, you know, something real soft for us to study to it or, you know, test to. Is Minecraft music soft?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's really soft." So she was like, "All right." She was like, "I'll look into it." So then she messaged me at the end of the day and was like, "Can you get me Minecraft music?" I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." So I sent her this video, which is um bu- 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 how do I OBS? Oh gosh, is it this? Nope. Nope, it's not that. Um okay, I was not expecting to share my screen. Is it this? No. Wait. No. Okay. My OBS, like I said, I opened my OBS. Look, I'm a little rusty, all right? I opened my OBS and I just clicked start stream and I did not test anything. So in fact, I have my stream deck right here. It's been sitting under my desk with no software on it for probably like 3 months. I have not done anything. Professional streamer. Yeah, you know, we like to keep it professional around here. That Zelda music is so high. I know Riz at all skibbity. You know what's funny about that, Newt, is that my mom's seventh period is a ninth grade class, so that is probably about the language that she hears on a daily basis. But she hasn't actually came back and asked me about any like descriptive words yet lately. Like she has not lately been like, "Hey, what does this word mean?" I think she just tunes it all out. I don't think she hears it. So anyways, doctor's notes are hard on me because I don't think they do that for a cold or something. Right, yeah. So yeah, I think the doctor's notes have to be like this kid had surgery, like wisdom teeth, like that kind of stuff. I think that stuff's excused. But besides that, it's like they're pretty strict about it. But that's the thing is like with the National Technical Honor Society, it's really like weeding out the kids that, and like don't get me wrong, like okay, if you're sick, like it's unfortunate and all that, and you should stay home. But like there are kids that really like dedicate themselves and come to school. I don't know. Listen, I don't want to be in charge of this thing. I just do what the requirements tell me to. Um, I don't want to. Like it's a cool thing. Like they get to wear a tassel at graduation for it and all that stuff. But um, I don't want to be in charge of it. But I have to do like a ceremony. Actually, this Thursday. That reminds me. This Thursday, I got to do a ceremony for that. Like we get all dressed up. Like everybody gets in suits and ties, and I have to like read a paper. It's like an hour long. It's crazy. Anyways, C418 sounds like not a soft music band. No, honestly. And my mom doesn't know nothing, so she could have. Yeah, that's why she asked me. She was just like, "What is Minecraft music soft?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's good. I'll send you something." So, yeah, and then I think she played it for him the next day that he had class, like the next day that she was in there. So hopefully that kid appreciated that. I play soft music whenever we do stuff in our class. I hold. Phew. I have a video game playlist that I might have mentioned the last time that I streamed, which would have been my birthday in November. Oh, fart. Okay, I stopped the Minecraft music. I'm sorry. Let me get a new tab here. Actually, and that was Biome Fest. I need to go back to that because that's if you ask me my favorite Minecraft song, pretty sure it's Biome Fest. Yeah, I'll start it over. Yeah, this is my favorite Minecraft song. Um, I think Biome Fest, because it's very like ethereal. It's like very like reminds me of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time in the Temple of Time, where it's just like chorusy notes. Like I don't know. Okay. What was I looking up here? Oh yeah, my playlist of video game music. So I'm gonna link this in chat in case you guys want some softer music to like study and listen to or whatever. It is constantly growing. Um and I feel like I have put my heart and soul into it. I don't know. You know, here, check that out. Yo, Newt, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it, man. Newt, I'm only gonna be live for like an hour or so. I'm just checking in with y'all. I just want to hear from y'all and give some updates. We could talk about insulin here in a second, Fatty. You asked about insulin. Let's talk about insulin here in a second. But yeah, that playlist is like, love that playlist. Slowly but surely it's growing. It's mostly video game music, and it's mostly like I don't know, like lately it's been more kind of like piano stuff, but I'll take anything I can get. I'm very particular about it because here's the thing: is I would look up video game music playlists on YouTube. Like, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix this real quick because it might. I think I can. Display capture. Okay, capture this screen. It's probably going to be very disproportionate. Yes, it is. Okay, hang on. Transform fit to screen. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, check it out. Let's do this. Video game. No, wait, hold on. Relaxing video game music. Also, I need to put you guys over here so I can see you. Bible study in like 3 minutes. I need to drive to. Bro, go for it. It's all right. Yeah, you can go, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm just gonna sit here and yap, anyways. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I'm not. It matters if you're here, of course. Like, I want you to be here, but even if nobody was here, I'd just be sitting here and yapping. So it's all good. But Fatty, it's good to see you, man. Hopefully Bible study goes well. Also, my camera's super tiny. Holy crap. It's fine. It's whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah, dude, enjoy Bible study. Appreciate you being here. Insulin stuff is getting slowly a little better over time. It is. I'll talk about that next. And if you want to watch the VOD and hear what I say about it, you're welcome to. Okay. Information's in dietary study into. Yeah, I'll touch on that here in a second. Okay, promise. But enjoy your Bible study. Learn something. Learn something, man. I've been in Romans 7. Like just this past weekend or so. Romans 7. So, learn something. Yes, noted. Got it. Okay. But listen, if you go to like a video game playlist online, like I don't know. Like this is Fruddle, so it might be good, but like a lot of these aren't that relaxing. Like this one probably is, but okay. Okay, here's like an example. This is perfect actually. This song. Okay, actually the guitar isn't bad. But that whatever that flute was, like that just throws me off. If I'm like locked into like a study session and that flute comes in, I'm like nah. I'm like nah, skip this song. See, and it's not all the time, but let's see another one. I guarantee I'll have more to complain about in this. Okay. Yeah, see, this is too peppy. This is too upbeat. Right? When I'm studying, I want I want something like this. Okay. You see what I mean? Very spacey and like low tone. I don't know, man. That or a good piano piece. Good piano piece that isn't too distracting. This Newt, if you're lurking and you can hear this, this is a song from Halo ODST. I know the quality is butt cheeks, by the way. I'm trying to conserve my bandwidth here. Yeah, like that. Also, that might be a little quiet. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you get the idea. Like, so I'm very particular about my video game music. It can't just be any video game music. It's gotta be just right. So I don't know. I'm a little picky. I'm a little picky. But that's why I just eventually I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna start making my own playlist because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of like being in the middle of like a hard study focus session with somebody else's playlist, and then something comes on that just like hits my ear sour, and I'm like, nah, get it out of here. And then I become unlocked in. So, anyways, so insulin. Let's talk. Let's talk insulin. Uh, if anybody wants to hear about it, Fatty wanted to hear about it. So, if nothing else, I'm doing this for the VOD for Fatty. All right. All right. Um, I've certainly learned a lot. And had studied a lot about insulin and how it works in the body. More from a blood sugar standpoint. Even just taking notes. I should get my iPad because I have some notes on there. Yeah, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me go grab my iPad real quick. It's in the other room. I'll be back. Chair streamer for a second. All right, chair stream is over. All right, so just to give you an idea of some of the like the things I've really been experimenting with lately, or what like kind of my focus has been on lately. Um, I've I started this journey back in like October, or I guess it would have been October. Um, but if you don't know, I'm basically just eating a low carb diet. High protein, moderate fat, and like very low carb. When I eat carbs, it's very specific carbs. Like for example, it's not to say that if a candy bar is 5 carbs, that I'm going to eat that just because it has 5 carbs in it and that's low carb. It's the type of carb. Like today I had chicken tenders. Um and they have like a breading on them that the ingredients doesn't spike my blood sugar, right? And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So there was carbs in that, um, but it's like it's the type of carb. So, anyways, without getting too far into that, the point is that I'm trying to figure out how my insulin works in relation to that because insulin is best for high carb diets. Like whenever whenever you eat a I don't know, whenever you drink like a sweet tea or something, your blood sugar is going to do this, and tons of insulin does this. So they counterbalance each other, and then it goes straight, right? Um, so with the low carb diet, my insulin is still doing this, but the low carb is like more level. You know what I mean? Instead of shooting up. So I guess where should I say that I am? The first couple months was figuring out how to dose insulin properly for the new like lifestyle that I was eating, like the way that I was eating. And that was the first couple months. I want to say that was probably like all of, okay, sorry, actually figuring out what I could eat was the first couple months. That was pretty sucky. Like November, when you saw me on my birthday, I was kind of experimenting with stuff, like experimenting with with new foods. So I was trying, like, we had low carb meatball recipes and like all these different recipes that were all low carb that we were trying. And that was fine and dandy to like try new things. The problem was that when you introduce a little too much variety, it can be bad. I needed to kind of like what I really needed was to eat the same thing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or like, not saying that I eat like eggs for breakfast, eggs for lunch, and eggs for dinner, but I'm saying eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch, and steak for dinner, or something like that, like for a week, and see how my blood sugar does with that. That's what I really needed to do. But at first I was just trying so many different things, and I was just doing too much variety. So eventually, by taking notes of like what I was eating and kind of relating like how much that spikes me or doesn't, it started to get easier to see like the amount of insulin that I would need to take for each meal, or for the different types of things that I was eating. So now I'm at a place where I can even see like what kind of like veggies that are like low carb veggies will kind of spike me. You know what I mean? So like one of the ones that I eat, one of the most like spiking ones that I eat on a common basis is called spaghetti squash, and it's really good, but it does kind of shoot me up a little faster than I would like it to. But most other veggies that I eat, they don't like shoot me up as fast. So okay, I guess let me just say like where I'm at right now. So first couple months was experimenting with what types of foods I could eat. Then I got kind of in the routine of like, okay, I can eat this and I can't eat that. I can't eat that. So then it was about seeing how much insulin, because at first you're just flinging crap at the wall. Like, okay, I don't know, steak is like 2 units of insulin. I don't know. Like, and it was very scary because like, obviously like insulin's a very crazy thing to be experimenting with. When you don't know what you're doing. So, but eventually, like, it got a little bit easier, you know, baby steps, and just kind of figuring out how much you can dose, or how much you're supposed to dose for it. And then after that, we got to a place where, I'm like, my blood sugars are not like spiking, and then it's more like about timing. Then after that, right? So like, start taking my insulin, like how much before or after a meal, you know. So timing has been like a little bit more lately, and I will say like maybe beginning of the year. And then lately, what I've really been doing the past like month or so is figuring out how it all works in relation to exercise. Very, very big hill to climb with that one. I won't like spend more than like 2 or 3 to 5 minutes talking about it. Because I don't want to spend the entire time talking about like insulin stuff. But obviously it's a big part of my life. So like it's what I've been working on the most since you guys have seen me. So I will say a couple things about it. So some of the notes that I've taken about exercise. Well, let me just, I guess I'll just kind of read what I said here. So the different types of exercise, so strength training and then cardio. So like lifting weights and cardio. So strength training will require basal increase during exercise, which basal is like there's always a slow drip kind of going in me every 5 minutes. Like every time you see that thing update, there's like a little tiny bit of insulin that my insulin pump gives me. So, and that's called basal. Um, so I actually need to increase that amount that's kind of dripping into me during exercise for strength training. Um, because my blood sugar will actually try to rise while I'm like working out and like lifting weights. Um, and it's because your body, like whenever your muscles need the sugar, it's collecting that from your body and going into your bloodstream, so then it shoots up. Um, says blood sugar will try to rise a bit during strength training and will aggressively rise when strength training is complete. This rise plus the food eaten after strength training will require a lot of insulin. You will eventually become insulin sensitive a few hours after exercise. Be mindful of how much insulin you take after strength training. Yeah, that was a problem. I was really I was really having a problem with this the first like it was the first couple times that I exercised on this diet and like was really taking notes. Um I noticed that I'd go my blood sugar would go high like right after I got done working out. And then like in the middle of the night or just a couple hours after the exercise, it's like my blood sugar would just tank. And it's because your body kind of goes into that recovery mode, like it's repairing the muscles, and that's when like your liver kind of stops producing glucose. So then you become kind of more insulin sensitive. So that was a thing that like I just kept going low afterwards, and I was just like what the heck is going on? So I really started to like that's where that book has helped so much to understand the kind of the biology behind it. So that's been really interesting to see like when your body is shooting out a ton of glucose and when it's not. So it's interesting for that. Okay. Um, the second type is cardio. So strength training, like I think I have down a good bit. Um, I'm kind of still experimenting with like food in that aspect though, because food, like timing of food before you work out is like a big deal too. So, um, but to dismiss that for now, cardio. So it says cardio will require a basal decrease prior to activity. So that slow drip that is going into me, I need to turn that down before my activity. The amount and the timing is situational. Food and insulin needs to be taken into account heavily. Insulin sensitivity may occur hours later, similar to strength training. Yeah, so like I think it's the same for both cardio and strength training, where like a couple hours afterwards, my blood sugar would just kind of go like down. It would just tank down. I think it's because your body's going to that kind of recovery state after a lot of activity. I remember it was a couple Sundays ago for youth Sunday night. We played some songs, like we played some I played some songs on drums for the youth group with the team, and we were like everybody was having a lot of fun, and every time we got finished a song, like the kids were just yelling out like play this song or this song, like they were like play praises or like play all these different songs. And Daniel, our worship leader, was just like, you guys know this one? He was like, you guys know that one? And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like everybody, we just kept knowing the songs. We were like, all right, let's play it. And so like we just kept playing. So I played drums that night for like that day I probably played drums for like almost 3 hours. Um, and so that night when I went to bed, I remember not thinking that I had actively did cardio, like a ton of cardio that day, but it really does become cardio after a while. Not thinking that that I had did that much cardio that day. Move goal 200%. I just sitting here. I don't what. Okay. All right. I guess I'm working out just talking. I don't know. um but yeah, that night I went low that night, like later that night, and it I didn't realize it, but I was like, man, like I guess I did use a lot of energy today with like, the cardio stuff. So I don't know, it adds up, and it's like things that you don't think about But this is all just kind of part of the process, like the learning process, because and the thing is, like years ago, that would have happened. I would have had that low, and I just would have thought to myself, like, oh, like it's just diabetes. Like it's just I can't do anything about it. Like I don't know. I went low, and like who knows why that would have been. Like I just would have dismissed it and not thought about it any further. And that's like where this whole kind of quote unquote diabetes journey is really like been for me, is just very eye opening, I guess. So, um, anyways, uh, I guess let me just put a period on the end of this whole thing and just tell you that it's going well. I still there's still work to do. There's still a lot of work to do. And I foresee myself this summer hopefully doing a lot of that work, but I don't want to focus on it too much to where I can't enjoy my summer, because summer, like, if you wonder why teachers get the summer off, it's because we freaking need it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, dude. It's yeah, we need it, man. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's going well. It's going really well. Um, but it'll get even more fine tuned in the summer and hopefully in the coming months. I have some doctors that there's a doctor that I'd like to meet with. His name's Dr. Siwas, and he does like low carb stuff. That combined with a meeting with my endocrinologist, and we're going to talk about like getting on a different type of insulin that is more suited for the way that I'm eating. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm hopeful. I am definitely hopeful. Um, yeah, and I think both those appointments are like they're coming up pretty soon. So it'll be in time for summer, and then I can spend summer like really focusing and hopefully it's hard to experiment during the school year, man. Like I want to make like aggressive changes and things like that, like adjustments um to either a routine or like my insulin numbers or whatever it might be. Um but like I just don't feel confident in doing it like in the middle of a school year or like when I have a class that I'm responsible for or this, that, and the other, you know. So um but we'll get there. We'll get there. So anyways, I guess that's about it for diabetes. Oh, um they are experimenting with I've been listening to a couple podcasts and there's rumors, or I mean I don't know what you want to call it. They're experimenting with a cure. There was one person who actually was cured not too long ago, but they had to put her on immunosuppressants, which is like it's bad news. I mean, it's not good. Um you're much better off just having diabetes because it literally it is what it says, is it suppresses your immune system, so you're more susceptible to all sorts of stuff. It's not good. So um you're better off just biting the bullet and just taking the diabetes, I think. So um yeah, but I mean it's still like it's hopeful. Like I'm hopeful for it. I'm hoping in my lifetime that there'll be a cure, but either way, I'm not like counting the days till it comes, like till it happens, you just can't live like that. That's just like, I don't know, can't live like that. You gotta take care of yourself now, you know what I mean? um Also, something else I wanted to talk about is the Overwatch game mode, the stadium game mode. Okay, yeah, a couple thoughts here for for the stadium game mode. So I really like it. um Somebody brought up a good point, that, well, okay, the topic of like there's not enough characters, quote unquote. I think that that's going to be a really hard game mode to balance. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be such a hard game. They have enough trouble balancing the game as it is without like superpowers, and like now that the game mode literally is like you run around with superpowers. I think it's gonna be really hard to balance that. I think that's why. I think it's part of the reason why there's a limited roster right now. Um, but I am having fun with it. I'll say that. I really want the Genji skin for DPS. Um, so I don't know what rank you have to get for that. I can't remember what it's called, but you have to get a certain rank for that. And dude, I really want that skin. Um, but I cannot let video games become my priority again. And it has been the past like week or so. I've been neglecting some things that I shouldn't be and playing that game mode, and I shouldn't do that. So we're gonna get back on the saddle this week because then I have to because I got a lot of work to do. Um so I like the game mode a lot. I'm excited to see what they do with it. It'd be nice to have more maps or like more not maps but like more actually yeah, you know what, they do kind of have a good bit of maps for it. So I'm satisfied with the maps. But I'm excited. I'm interested to see what they do with the roster. It'd be interesting if they swapped out characters, like instead of just eventually adding the whole roster. What if they just did it where like, okay, this season of Stadium they have like Diva, Ball, Reinhardt, something else on tank. You know what I mean? And then they swap out like other characters for next season or something. I don't know. Somebody brought that up the other day. I think that could be cool. That could help them balance things too. I don't know. And the other thing is, oh yeah, and what I've been playing is Soldier. I've been playing Soldier and doing the attack speed build, which falls off. I think like at first it's busted to get you out of like the lower ranks, but I think there's much better stuff to do to build. I think utility characters can really be good in that game mode, and like Mei, I think Mei does a lot in that game mode. Moira does a lot, I think. I don't know. What do I know? I don't play the game much anymore, so it's hard to say. All right, and the other thing was hero bands. Ooh, Nelly. Um, all right. My number one most banned hero is Mercy. Just flat out, I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I ban Mercy like every game. The amount of times, chat, the amount of times that our team has lost to some sort of cracked Smurf DPS that's being hard pocketed by Mercy. I can't count them on all my fingers and all my toes. Like, and all my fingers and toes combined with all your fingers and toes. Whoever's listening to the sound, I can't count it. Yeah, I ban Mercy every game. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I ban in this order. I ban Mercy, Venture, and Sombra in that order. It's every game, every single game. There was a time where I played Junkrat on Eichenwald, and I banned Echo or I banned Pharah and Echo and Diva, but I don't even think it went through, like because other people banned Mercy and Sombra. So yeah, that's the status. That's the state of the game now. Sombra, I will say, I haven't seen Mercy be banned as much as Sombra be banned. Sombra's basically permabanned. I don't know what if you play Sombra. I'm so like if you're one trick, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. It's a character that negates other people's abilities like entirely, and whew, yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you. Uh, if nothing else, it's a message to Blizzard that says, "Hey, this character is really, really like people have a problem with this character. Like I'm sure I want to know the numbers of like what the ban percentage is across all ranks for Sombra. I want to know what that is. It's interesting. I see a lot of people trying to ban Ball though. Roadhog. A lot of support players ban Roadhog, which as an Onamain, I don't. I get it that he can be oppressive, but if you just go on it, you are that character's biggest weakness. It's crazy. Um, even with the Kiri, like if they have a Kiri, it's like it doesn't even matter. Um. So, anyways, yeah, hero bands. I think it's interesting. I don't play the game enough to like have an opinion. Um. I guess my opinion is that I'm glad that I don't have a Mercy pocketing a like 52 and 3 Genji or Soldier. Like it's really nice that that isn't happening anymore, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that I think that video games are fun, but they need to be when they start taking from other like areas of your life, I think it can be a problem. And like even last night, like I'll just share this real quick. So like last night I had the opportunity to well yeah, well I guess I'll kind of talk about the day yesterday. Yesterday I worked outside most of the day and just did stuff around the house, you know. About like 2 or 3 p.m. I got done working outside. I came in, got a shower. I ran around and did some errands and stuff, and then I came home and it was like 5 or 6 o'clock. And I was in for the night. I was like, just I didn't want to go back out or do anything. And um, my dad was like asking me. My dad asked me, and my other friend asked me. One of my best friends asked me, like if I was getting anything, if I wanted to do anything. And I said honestly, I think I just want to play some video games because I don't like feel like going out or doing anything else, you know. And they were just like, all right, you know, it's fine. But then I did, and I played like Overwatch, and like I just like after I was done, I was like, why did I do that? I was like, dude, this was not worth it at all, and I should have just spent some time with like people who care about me. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not. I'm not like cursing video games or anything like that, dude. It's fun, and they have their place, and like it's great, you know. But I guess just everything in moderation. Like too much of anything is not a good thing, you know. You can have too much of just about anything. So I think that there's got to be a balance, and you gotta, and it's easy to be like kind of blinded by it too, like blinded by that balance or like by the lack of balance, I guess. You could sit here and say like, well, I don't have anything to do today. Um, I'm just gonna sit here and play video games all day, and it's like that's great and like that's fine, dude. I'm preaching this on Twitch right now on like a video game streaming website, so I don't know who I'm talking to or what, but but dude, I don't know. There's a lot of times where I see that and I tell myself like on those days that I did that, it just didn't feel like it was worth it afterwards, and it feels like I could have did like anything else that would have been more productive, you know. So I'm really trying to catch myself when I feel like that, when I feel like doing that. Just try to catch myself and think like, like I should probably find something else to do, like anything. It doesn't even have to be constructive. Like it doesn't have to be like go do the dishes or something. Like if you want to have a lazy day, it's fine. But I just can't let myself just like melt my brain all day. I don't know. So it's fun. It's had its course in my life, but I think I'm just trying to move on and hopefully like I don't know, do maybe other I don't know, other activities, find new hobbies. I did start learning piano actually. And dang it, if that keyboard back there worked, I would play you all something. Man. Okay, short story on what that I have a keyboard back there that is my mom's keyboard. Um the screen, like the display, stopped working on it. And mom was like, I watched a video one time, like there's a way you can fix it. I just didn't feel like, you know, opening it up and messing with it and stuff. I was like, all right, well, I got it. I was like, I got this. Don't worry about it. So I opened the thing up. It has, first of all, it has, I'm not kidding. It has more screws on any device I've ever seen in my life, like unnecessarily. If I had to guess how many screws are on this thing just to get it open on the bottom of it, I would probably guess 50 screws, and that's not an exaggeration. I'm thinking 10 screws and there was 5 rows. There might be even more than I don't know. All I know is that it took me a year and a day to get that thing open, and then I finally did, and I found the screen, and I actually fixed. I got the solder gun out, and I mostly fixed it. It's like a screen. It's like distorted, and I watched the video on YouTube, and they were like, just get a solder gun, heat this part up, and then you're good. So I did. I did it once, and it fixed it like halfway, and I was like, okay, well let me just do it again, and it'll fix it again, and then I did it again, and it broke completely, and now the screen is like done. I was like, all right, well, whatever. So then I put it back together, thinking that because it worked without this, it was just a screen. It works and produces sound without the screen being on. It's fine. But then I go and I put it back together and I turn it on, and now it makes this buzzing noise, and the sound doesn't work either. Or else I would, like I said, or else I would play you something right now. Dang, that really sucks. Well, I'll try to figure out the keyboard situation and get back to you on that. But I have been learning. I've actually been one of my motivations was a song from the little video game playlist that I linked in chat. I don't know why it really had like a impact on me. It's called the Rain Song from a video game that I've never even heard of called A Bird Story. Never heard of this game in my life. I'm gonna play it for you real quick. For just part of it. Okay, hang on. Whatever. And I hope you can hear this. I don't know how the sound is on this. I'm going to be quiet for like 30 seconds so you can hear some of this. And if you're watching the VOD, I don't even know if you'll be able to hear this. Let's just hope that you can. And if not, just look up the Rain Song. It's called the Rain Song by, on the video game A Bird Story. All right, here. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, yeah. That, man. Dude, we went from Metal Monday to this. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, man. Like I want to be able to do that, but like I can't. I can't even do anything near that. I can play like the first like 30 seconds, but then I got stuck on a really weird part where you like cross your hands and play something real quick, and it's like this is a very advanced song for to be my first song that I'm learning. Um and a couple of people who play piano have told me that, and I said I don't care, I'm going to figure it out. And then I got stuck and I was like, wow, they were right. So not great, but somebody suggested some Minecraft music for my first, like to actually learn for my first song, and I'll look into it. I don't know. I'll look into it. I wouldn't mind that either, because I mean I like Minecraft music too. So he's alive. Yo, John, what's up, man? I am alive. I'm alive and breathing. I'm all right. Still diabetic. Right there's my blood sugar. Right there she is. Dude, how you been? I'm I'm gonna wrap up stream here in a couple minutes, but you stop by and I will have a chat with you here if you're available. I'm yapping, man. I just opened OBS for the first time since November. I didn't check anything. I just hit go live, and here we are. So, dude, what's new with you, man? How you been? Long time no see. Which is mostly my fault. Is actually all my fault. I have not I've not been on Twitch, like in terms of obviously streaming, or being on anybody else's stream. So It's been had a Twitch hiatus. And I think it's because I'm not playing video games, so I don't even want to watch other people play video games. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Doing all right. I'm just chilling. Finally off. On day shift, feeling much better for it. Anything new with you, dude? Day shift will make a big difference. I got new stuff, but I will say that day shift, one of the biggest like shifts in my life, haha, shift. No, one of the biggest shifts in my life was when I went from day shift to night shift. And the times that I would work night shift, I thought I liked it more. I think in a way I did, but it was really like in a way that was not good for me. You know what I mean? It's like the way that I was just talking about, where the way that you want to play video games for 24 hours a day, but it would not be good for you. You know what I mean? Like, you want it, but it's not good for you. Like, I wanted to be on night shift, but it was not good for me. And so, and there's certainly people built for that. But when you get back on day shift after a long, like, bout of night shift, it's kind of like, whoa, this is what the world is like, huh? It's like really weird. But, yeah, dude, I'm glad you're I'm glad you're feeling better for it, because, whew, I remember that. I remember like what it was like being on, and I remember you were on night shift for a long time, man. I mean, long time on night shift, I think, if I remember correctly. Me and you both. we've had our bouts with it. You know, need a break from not having gaming, then why spend time on Twitch? Makes sense to me. But go for nights for the first 2 to 3 years. You know, worked at the right. Last 6 years comes being stuck on nights at various jobs have been rough. Yeah, I can imagine it just gets to you, man. Like, after a while, you know. At the end of me being on night shift, it was really starting to take a toll. And plus that was COVID. Like, man, just not leaving your house on top of night shift was just, that was nuts. What a time. I'm like real into journaling now. I should have started a journal back during COVID, because, man, I should have just wrote down. That was history. Isn't that crazy that we all lived through that? Like, that was history in the making right there. That's kind of weird to think about. I don't know. But yeah, what's new with me is just a bunch of diabetes stuff, man. Just figuring out diabetes. I just spat about it for like 20 minutes. So if you are curious and you want to watch the VOD, you're welcome to. It was probably about a half hour in. Actually, wait, what are we at right now? We're at an hour and 2 minutes. It was probably like, yeah, it was probably about a half hour in. Yeah, I think it was about a half hour in that I started yapping about it. So if you're curious, been on just a health journey, just getting my numbers in check. This is actually my blood sugar right here, and that's the time. My blood sugar is not 858. I would perish. I would die. It is 114. So, no, but that is my blood sugar, and you can see it update every 5 minutes. So if you see that number, that's what that is. But normally, man, I gotta pat myself on the back real quick, because, man, 2 years ago, I'd be sitting here, and that would be like 220. It'd be like 220, and I'd just be sitting here doing nothing about it. Like, I just didn't do anything about it. And now I've really started to take charge the past couple months and like figure this crap out, because you can figure it out. There is a way that you can figure it out, and I'm just trying to figure it out. But it's a long process. So, you know, yeah, dude, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Sometimes I really forget to pat myself on the back for it, you know, because, dude, you have the bad days, and all you can think about is the bad days. You know what I mean? So, but things have gotten a lot better, and I have hope for the future. I always have hope for the future. There was a time in my life where I didn't have hope for the future, and now that I like have seen that you can come out of just about anything, I'm a believer for the future. You know what I mean? So, but hey, we both got out. That's true. Yeah, night shift. I don't know. I don't know. I enjoy my mornings too much to ever go back to anything with night shift. And now, like, I have the job at the Board of Ed, and I don't think I'm gonna be leaving there any. Like, there's no chance I'm leaving there anytime soon. As far as I'm concerned, I have my job for life. So I'm very, very fortunate and thankful and grateful for that. Um, really hoping that I can, um, not take that for granted. You know what I mean? I really don't want to take it for granted. So, but yeah, glad you're off night shift. And yeah, I think the only thing new with me is just really just the diabetes stuff, man. I just really am trying to figure out how my body works. Really, it's been a lot of like taking notes and experimenting with food and all sorts of stuff like that. You know, on Sundays, Wednesdays, 6:30 to 5. I'm gonna get back to nights again either. Nice. Are you working from home right now? Are you still work from home? Because that's, I will say that's nice. Work from home. That's the only thing I miss about my old job was working from home. Because man, was it nice, dude. I'm a person that cooks every meal. Like I'm not kidding, Chad. I cook just about every meal. I'm getting used to the options that I can have that I don't have to cook with this new diet that I'm doing. But most of the time I am at the very least like I've gotten into a routine of like thawing out some meat that I can cook up very quickly in like a skillet or something. You know, like I cook almost every meal. So like being able to do that at home would be so nice. But still, we're remote worker from home. It's a game changer being awake during the day and working from home. I have so much time. It's great, man. Yeah, it is great. Yeah, I think that you lose sight of that kind of stuff like when you're on nights, especially because your body's just trying to recover. I guess like on night shift, I remember I used to sleep so much. On night shift, I could have slept 14 hours no problem and woke up and like started moving around and still been tired. Like I would have still been tired. And it's just because like your body just doesn't know what the heck is up and down, you know? So weird. So weird. I will say the best advice I can give anybody is if you can get into a routine or like if you can get into a routine, any routine at all, it is so good for you, man. It is so good for you. My bedtime, like, oh, he has a bedtime. Yeah, yeah, I got a bedtime. So yeah, deal with it, dude. 10 p.m. lights are off. I'm in bed, and I don't spend more. I used to have trouble. I used to spend hours getting to sleep, hours, like 2 hours, just like rolling around, doing nothing, but just trying to fall asleep. I'm like, why can't I fall asleep? 10 p.m. every night, lights are off. I'm in bed. I'm asleep in probably 20 minutes, if that. And it used to be such a struggle for me. And now it's like I don't have to take any like melatonin, I don't take any like sleep whatever. I don't do any of that. I just go to sleep. There are days where my blood sugar is a little whack. Sometimes I don't like treat it exactly right, and that can kind of keep me up. Dude, when I have high blood sugar, I'm up all night. Or like not all night, but like I will wake up multiple times in the night, whether it's to get a drink or whatever. But so I can still have rough nights, but for the most part, that has helped a lot. And then not sleeping in a ton. I don't sleep even on the weekends. I don't sleep in past 8. Which to be fair, I wake up at 6 every day, so like that's 2 hour like sleep in. So I guess that is kind of sleeping in, but I don't know. Even then, I just try to get back on the horse like as soon as I can. So night shift disrupt my circadian rhythm. I think that's the first time that word has left my lips. Circadian rhythm. Similar, but I have a much easier time falling asleep since coming in the days a few weeks back. Yeah, makes a big difference, man. And your mental state's gonna be a little bit better too. I guarantee it. You'll be just being awake when other people are awake. Like when the world is awake, you can just feel when the world's like awake. It's like weird. But just like with the lights on, like the lights outside are on, you know what I mean? So yeah, well, I'm hopeful for you, man. Good. It's really good. I'm hopeful for all of us. I think you can set yourself to have like you can. I think we have the power to like mindset's a very big deal, you know. And I'm trying to help some friends through some stuff right now. And when I was going through the worst like parts of my life, one of the things that would really make a difference, like my first conscious thought in the morning when I got up a couple years ago would be like anxious thoughts, like something like anxiety related. And I would have to force myself, like as soon as I'd have to catch myself, like first conscious thought in the morning of catching those thoughts and saying like, no, like I'm going to have a good day. I just like kept repeating to myself, like, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have a good day. And that helped so much, like trying to just nail that into my brain because whew, it, yeah, I'd wake up and I'd be like, well, here's another day like in hell. It's like what I would think, you know, and it's like, what good is that going to do you like talking like that? You know what I mean? So really gotta like mindset's such a big thing, and your words have power for sure. Your thoughts are your words that you don't say, so like you know they got power too. So really be careful what you think. I'm just sitting here preaching now. We gotta end stream. Speaking of routine, I do have a bedtime, and hey, I am streaming at home right now. Hopefully the stream's been okay. We've had 4.6% lost frames, so hopefully that isn't too bad. Hopefully it's been pretty stable. But I am at home, and my bedroom is 20 feet that way, or my bed is 20 feet that way. So, dude, I can just go to sleep. I can just go to sleep. Where was Starlink internet like 2020? Where was that? I could have streamed from home like the whole time. But grateful that I have it now. Say what you will about Elon, like I don't really care what you say about him. He has given me internet when absolutely nobody else has been able to. So until somebody takes that place, like I don't know, I can't say much, dude. I'm it's the best internet I've ever like. It's better than the people like that have cable around like in town and stuff. Like sometimes some days, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I used to have to load uh a YouTube video, like a 3-minute YouTube video. I remember getting back from youth group one night, and there was a song that they played at youth group, and I really wanted to hear it, so I looked it up on YouTube. A 3-minute song, and I remember uh I let it load. Like you would sit there, you'd click on the video, and you paused it. And that was the first thing you did at my house. You would just click on the video, and then you'd pause it and just watch the little buffer bar go up. And it took like half an hour to load this video, which couldn't have been more than like a 5 megabyte video. And yeah, that's what I used to have to do. And like eventually there was times where I'd just give up. I'd just be like, no, it's taking too long. I can't do this anymore. And I just but this is like, that's how I was raised, man. That's literally how I was raised. And now I can stream from my house, and it's like, I got nothing to complain about. I just can't complain about nothing, man. But yeah, inner monologue, very powerful tool. Just be positive, you know? Like you got to make yourself be positive. So, this to get better internet years ago. What did she end up getting? Is it Breezeline, or did she get something else? Because if people don't have any other options, that's the thing about Starlink is that as long as you can get a somewhat clear view of the sky, you can use it just about anywhere. And it is really good for what it is. I mean, you can download a video game, like you can download 20 gigs on Steam in like less than 10 minutes probably. Like I don't know, it's good, man. I wish my obstructions were loading. I was going to show you like on my Starlink app like the obstruction map and all that, but it's not loading for some reason. I can show you this. Here's like ping success, 99%, 99.73% ping success, latency 22 ms, You can even see the power draw. That's cool. Outages. Yeah, no outages. Just I just have good things to say about it. So no, right, and I know bringing up Elon would be like a touchy subject. I just he's been able to give me internet. And that's really all I can say. Somebody else give me internet. I'll happily pay you money. Like, but it's been talked about for years. So many companies have came through and been like, "We're bringing internet to your house," and I'm like, I doubt it. I'll take your flyer though. Sure, you call me. I'll be your first customer. Like I will pay you whatever you want. And they never do. They never do. It just I don't know where it goes. It doesn't go to us. So and she's on Breezeline. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Breezeline is definitely has the monopoly in the area, of course, but they if they ever are able to come to my house here, I mean, I'll give them my money, but they certainly have no plans, as far as I know, to do that. Actually, there are plans to do that, but I can't get any information about anybody. I think it's one of those things that like is talked about, and like there is some sort of official plan to do that, but it's like the typical government thing where it's just got to go through a million jumps and hoops, and it just never gets like maybe in 5 years it starts up or something. I don't know. So a lot of those McGivens bought a lot of those scammer ones. They don't work ever. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, there was a guy that came through here like I want to say like 2 years ago. It was like right before we got Starlink, and he came through and like put up little like signs in like on the side of the road and was just like, internet's coming to your area or something like that, and like give me a call or something like that. And then I did some research into it, and the guy had gone around and did this in other areas. Like there was one area, like the last area that he went to, they kicked him out. They like kicked, like he put up signs and stuff, and they were like, "We've like you've been doing this like in other areas, and like we know what you're up to. Like get out." And they like kicked him. I can't remember where that was, but so yeah, whenever he started to put those signs up, I then finally did some research on him. Like I found some information, and some guys at the board were like, "Oh yeah, that guy's just scamming people." I was like, "Okay, well, noted." So they never deliver. So you caught me. What's up, Tanner? Tanner, I'm literally ending stream. Like, how do you, Tanner? I stream like twice a year now, and every time I do, you show up when I'm ending. Like, how does this? Like, how does this happen? I'm ending like with it like 9:20. The stream is absolutely like off. You know what I mean? Yeah, remember that 6 months? Yeah, like I think it was last stream. You showed up like at the very end, dude. Well, that sucks. I mean, all I've been doing is just yapping about diabetes and about. Well, now we're talking about internet and like service providers and stuff. Starlink, which I'm very grateful to have. He arrives exactly when he's meant to, not no sooner, no later. Yes, yes. Tanner's precisely on time when he means to be. Can of sardines only, bro. Dude, I forgot about these. I was gonna like break these open on stream and try them. These are not sardines, but I've been eating a ton of. I discovered. So chat. Here's the deal. I discovered I like sardines. Really like sardines. They're like really freaking good. It's like if tuna and salmon had a baby, that's what it tastes like. That's what a sardine tastes like. So if you like tuna and you like salmon, then you probably like sardines. But a lot of people can't get past the texture. You can get sardines with no heads and no tails. It's a win-win. Like it's great. But I found these. This is and I try. So then it made me think I want to try some other canned fish. And so then I tried. Oh gosh, what was? I think I tried mackerel. I don't remember what it was. It might have been mackerel. I don't remember. I tried mackerel, and I think it was herring, but I could be wrong about the second one. This one though is kippered herring, and I've never tried this kippered herring, so I don't know. I was gonna try it, but I it's too late now. I'm gonna snack on something else and then go to bed. But anyways, yeah, no, sardines, they're great. Actually, let me show you the brand. If you want to look into them, if you have a Costco near you, see if this is the brand. Yes, this is the brand. All right. So these at Costco are like nuts. I'm gonna go back to Costco and get them soon. That's not the scene. Sorry. These right here, season with the little chick on there. Yeah, that right there. You just look for the little yellow and green. Oh wait, these are. Oh, more than light tuna. Okay, it said 4 times more omega-3 than light tuna. I thought it was saying that it was light tuna, and I was like, no, these are sardines. Yeah, these are great. And there's a subreddit called canned sardines. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a subreddit called canned sardines if you're ever interested. I'm telling you, like, people, they get a bad rap, man. They get a bad rap. Just if you like salmon and you like tuna, you'll probably like them. So, Betty. Oh my gosh, Betty. Everybody's showing up, dude. Why is it always when I'm ending stream, everybody shows up? Dog. Betty, it's how the heck are you? Betty, oh my gosh. Betty, who are you? I just woke up. Hi, Betty, good morning. What's for breakfast? Would you like a can of kippered herring, which is fish? Would you like some of that for breakfast? No, we're just talking about fish and sardines. You lost me at sardines, brother. More power to you, though. All right, I hear you, but I'm just telling you, if you like tuna and you like salmon, then you got it. You should try it. That's what I think. Okay, I'm not gonna force. And another thing, you have tried them. Okay, all right. Well, then fair enough. Here's what I'll say though too is that they're only good in oil. I've tried the mustard ones. I've tried the I think there was one in like tomato sauce. There was one in something else that I can't remember. Water or like smoked or something like that. All awful, like terrible, like I wouldn't feed them to like a dog. It's so bad. But just in oil, like olive oil or sunflower oil or some other oil, they're great. So, but I hear you. You've tried them, so I won't force you to try them. Sure, send it to me. Yeah, this is called dirt cheap right here. $1.19, dirt cheap at Ollie's. Here's the thing, man. Like the reason I like them is because it's something that I can eat that doesn't like whack my blood sugar up like crazy, and I don't have to cook it. Like, dude, I just take this to work with me, and that's my lunch. Like this, and like maybe like I don't know, like something on the side. Like I don't know, like a cheese stick and like pork rinds or something. I don't know, but you see my point is like I don't have to cook anything, and like as much as I like to cook, sometimes you know it's nice to have just convenient stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, guys, I do have to end stream. I gotta get to bed. I really do, or I won't sleep tonight. And I got a big day tomorrow. I got a lot to do tomorrow. Whew. I don't want to take my work home. Hopefully I don't have to. I don't think I'll have to, but we'll see. All right, time for me as well. I got to on the stream. Another 45. Yeah, I'll listen. Summer's coming up. I will really try to get some more streams in if I can. Okay. What I'll say though is that the diabetes is getting taken care of. Like we're taking care of business. All right, Betty. If you didn't know, this is my blood sugar number right here, which is a good number. That's a good number. So we were just talking about that earlier. So if you guys want to hear the whole stream, the VOD will be up, and it'll also be up on the YouTube. I will make sure that it gets up on the VOD YouTube. Is it this? I think. Yeah, if you like, because the VODs expire. If you ever want to go back and watch old VODs, excuse me. here while I'm here. Let me just take care of that. Yeah, if you ever want to see old VODs, I don't even know what's on there. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at them now. Man, these are old. What do we got? 2024, 2023. Whoa. Yeah, there's some on there. But this was like, yeah, I'm glad that I could put those on there so you could just go back and watch some stuff from a million years ago. That's the whole point of it, you know. So happy to catch the stream. It's good to see you, Betty. Tanner, John, thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate you all. The English becomes so bad without you. Oh no. Betty, you can message me on Discord or something and we'll practice your English, okay? All right. We'll make sure we'll figure it out. Thank you guys. All right, let's do a little do I have an ending screen here? Scuff stream, you know. I'm somewhat of a professional. I'm a little bit of a professional. I'd like to say that. So, all right, patchy squeaks for you guys before we go. Little patchy squeak, and I think that's all. I think that's all, chat. Thank you all for being here. Like I said, I'll try to get a couple more streams here soon. Maybe we'll play some video games next time. We'll see. Stream seemed to do pretty well on Starlink internet. I think it's continuously getting better, hopefully. But all right, guys. Peace. I'll see you all when I see you. So later.